Okay, let's get to it. It is the draw, the Checkatrade Trophy. It is the draw for the group stages, round one draw, and we're delighted to have everybody from TalkSport 2 joining us live for this. Let me tell you, helping with today's proceedings, making the draw, a man who led Barnsley to the EFL Trophy and playoff success in 2016. He's Paul Heckingbottom, and a former winner of the competition in 2012 with Chesterfield and in 2013. And he's a fellow Scot, and he's Gregor Robertson. Guys, you're most welcome. You will perform the draw for us right here at this salubrious hotel in central London. Just a reminder today, we are drawing the 16 invited, and they're very welcome, under 21 teams into the groups. So there we are. That is the outlay of it. You can see it on your screens, and listening at home, you will hear all the names of the teams and the clubs as they come out of the draw. The 48 EFL teams have already been placed into groups in order to minimise travel for EFL clubs and supporters. Now, in addition to that, there is a situation where two teams meet in the group stages for a second successive season. Then the club who was at home in 2017-18 will play away in the 2018-19 competition. All EFL clubs will play 2 of their 3 matches at home in the group stages. So we will start with the northern section of the draw. Now, right now, we're looking at the teams in the sections A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And we will add to those sections the invited under 21 clubs. One point to make at this stage is that Group A, which contains Sunderland, will be selected first with Ball 5, Newcastle United, withdrawn from the draw. Now, the reason for that is the EFL has committed itself to working in conjunction with the police to avoid high-profile clashes in these group stages, which makes perfect sense to me, and that is consistent with the position of last season. So that's how we're going to do it. Once this has been completed, Ball 5 will be placed back into the draw, and the format will follow the usual process. It's all quite straightforward. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Pythagoras is not involved in it. Gregor will draw the groups for the northern section and the southern section, ranging from A to H, and Paul will draw the 8 invited teams numbered 1 to 8. So is everybody here, everybody with us? At long last, we're going to get this draw underway. So Group A pre-drawn, so that means, Paul, we're going to start with you, the first club going into Group A. Here we go.
Number 6.
And number 6 is southern section, of course. Northern section, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the southern section. That would be Stoke City. Stoke City are in there, and they are the first one out. And now they were out. Paul from the EFL puts that ball back into the draw, and we can get going for real. All right, Gregor, the next section.
E.
It is section E, which contains Burton Albion, Port Vale, Walsall, and who's the invited under-21s club. Paul, that is over to you.
Number 4.
It is number 4, and as you can see, that is Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough go in there. Borough will be looking to put things right, of course, this season after losing all 3 matches in last season's competition. They don't need reminding of that. All right, Gregor, the next section.
C.
It is section C, and that's Accrington Stanley, Blackpool, and Macclesfield Town. Paul, fire away. Who have we got going into that one?
Number 7.
It is number 7, and that is West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion going in there. The Baggies yet to record a win in the Checkatrade Trophy, so they'll be hoping to put an end to that run this time around. Here we go, Gregor. The next section.
G.
We have section G, Doncaster Rovers, Grimsby Town, and Notts County. That is section G. And the invited under-21 club?
Number 5.
It is number 5. And number 5, as you can see, folks, is Newcastle United. Newcastle United looking to build on their debut season in the competition last year, but they failed to make any progress from the group stage, so they want to change that, Gregor. Here we go, the next group.
D.
It is Group D, and that is Crewe Alexandra, Shrewsbury and Tranmere. Paul Heckingbottom will select
Number 3.
Invited under-21 club, and it's number 3, and that is Manchester City. Manchester City go in at that stage. A flourishing youth system, as you might expect. The Etihad campus, of course, and they'll be hoping to reach the knockout stages. They failed, just came up short last time out. Gregor, carry on for me.
F.
It is Group F. We have Barnsley. Paul, you'll be interested in this one. Bradford City and Oldham. This is the northern section, of course. Paul,
Number 1.
We got?
Number 1.
Number 1. And it's Everton. Everton. In we go. David Unsworth will be guiding the young Toffees in their 3rd consecutive season in this Checkatrade Trophy. Gregor, we must always be there then. How many have we got?
2 left.
2 left.
H.
And it's Section H. Mansfield Town, Lincoln City and Scunthorpe United. And Paul?
Number 8.
Number 8. Wolverhampton Wanderers, the Premier League newcomers returning to the Checkatrade Trophy for the first time since a 3rd round exit back in 2016-2017. Gregor, last one?
B.
B. Bury. Fleetwood Town. Joey Barton's in charge of them these days, isn't he? Rochdale. Who have we got, Paul?
Number 2.
And it's number 2, and that is Leicester City. So there we are. The Foxes were defeated in the 3rd round after a 6-goal thriller against Oldham, but they progressed to the knockout stages the previous 2 seasons. Guys, well done from that northern section. We now know who will meet who, and we now know who is in the group section stage. I will now recap for you before we move on to the southern section as Paul tries to put the balls back into the drums as quietly as he can. You made a very good job of that, mate. Well done. There we are. In the northern group then, we now know. Group A, we have Carlisle United, Morecambe, Sunderland and Stoke City. In Section B, Bury, Fleetwood, Rochdale and Leicester City. C, Accrington Stanley, Blackpool, Macclesfield and West Bromwich Albion. D is Crewe Alexandra, Shrewsbury Town, Tranmere and Manchester City. Section E is Burton, Port Vale, Walsall and Middlesbrough. Section F is Barnsley, Bradford, Oldham Athletic and Everton. Some Everton fans in here today, I know that. Section G, Doncaster Rovers, Grimsby, Notts County and Newcastle United. And Section H is Mansfield, Lincoln City, Scunthorpe and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's move on now, with no further ado, to the southern section. There we are. We're looking at the groups then, the sections, the southern one, and yet again we will go through the same process. Now, one point to note again is that Group A contains Portsmouth, which will be selected first, with ball 5, Southampton, withdrawn from the draw. Again, same reason as the northern section, the EFL has committed to avoiding high-profile fixture clashes in the opening round. And that, again, is concurrent, is consistent with what happened last year. Once this has been completed, ball 5 will be placed back into the draw, and the format will follow the same process as everybody here has just witnessed for the northern section. So let's follow the same format and carry on. So, Paul, that would be down to you to give me the first of the invited under-21 clubs to join the draw at this stage.
Number 7.
Number 7, Paul Heckingbottom, thank you very much indeed. Tottenham Hotspur are the first ones out of the hat at this stage. Spurs looking for their first win in this competition after exiting the group stage last season. So Tottenham Hotspur are in there. And if you're listening at home, remember Arsenal are in an invited club at under-21 level for the first time. So we're looking to hear Arsenal come out of the draw very soon, and they would be number 1. So listen for Paul to say number 1. In the meantime, Gregor, the next section.
D.
It is section D. D, Bristol, where are we? Yeah, I'm looking at it. Bristol Rovers, Exeter City, Yeovil. Who have we got? Paul Heckingbottom. Who have you got for me?
Number 8.
Number 8 is West Ham United. West Ham United join us at this stage. Strong history here of the development of English players. They do well in this regard. The Hammers advanced from the group stages before being eliminated in the second round last season. Gregor, the next section.
G.
Section G, Wimbledon, Charlton Athletic, Stevenage. Who do we have then?
Number 6.
It's number 6. It's Swansea City. They come out the hat at this stage. Swansea, thank you for that, Paul. The Swans advanced to the knockout stages over the past 2 years. They got to the quarterfinals in 2016-17, so they like this competition but haven't gone the full way yet. Gregor, who have we got? Next section.
C.
Section C. All right, Newport County, Plymouth and Swindon.
Number 3.
Number 3, Paul, is Chelsea. And Chelsea are strong here. Strong under-21s. The last remaining invited club in the competition last season, so they went almost the full way. The Blues were just one step away from Wembley, defeated at the semi-final stage to the eventual winners, Lincoln City. So there we go. Gregor.
H.
It is Section H, Luton, Milton Keynes Dons and Peterborough. Paul.
Number 2.
Number 2, Brighton and Hove Albion. There we go. The Seagulls hoping that they might recapture their form of 2 seasons ago when they reached the third round. We shall see. Gregor. How many more we got, Gregor?
3 more.
3 more.
F.
Section F, Group F, Northampton, Oxford and Wickham.
Number 4.
It's number 4, Fulham. Fulham narrowly missed out on a place in the knockout stages last season. Charlton, Portsmouth progressed from their group. They want to turn that around. All right. Gregor?
E.
And it is Section E. Cheltenham, Coventry and Forest Green Rovers will be joined by which invited under-21 club?
Number 1.
Number 1. They had to come out at some stage and they have come out. Arsenal, the new boys, in there. We shall see what they can do. Be interesting to see what they can do. So, Gregor, one more, right?
B.
And it is Group B, and that's Cambridge, Colchester, and Southend. And it can only be...
Number 5.
And it's number 5. There we go. Number 5 is Southampton. That was good. Enjoyed that. Let me recap. I think we're up and running. We can see the full draw for the southern groups then. We have Group A, Crawley, Gillingham, Portsmouth and Tottenham. Group B, Cambridge, Colchester, Southend and Southampton. Section C's Newport, Plymouth, Swindon and Chelsea. Section D, Bristol Rovers, Exeter, Yeovil Town and West Ham United. Section E, Cheltenham, Coventry, Forest Green and Arsenal, the new boys. Section F, Northampton Town, Oxford United, Wickham and Fulham's under-21s. Section G, Wimbledon, Charlton, Stevenage and Swansea. And Section H is Milton Keynes Dons, Peterborough United, Luton and Brighton. That's a good section to finish off with. Some very interesting group games there. And I'm sure the competition will once again provide some very interesting challenges for the EFL clubs and for the invited teams alike.